Friends, welcome back to the adventure. We have a big quest ahead of us today, and if we're going to get through it, I need to get right to it. So, without further ado, it's time now to return to the Dragon of Doom. What's your plan, Morgan? Links Hinoki. I think we should leave, says Saffron. I don't want any part of this. I have a mission, Saffron. I can't stop now, and neither can you. You'd never find your way out of here alone. And besides, unless we stop Zed, there might not even be a world for you to return to. You don't know that for sure, Saffron says fearfully. No, I don't, you answer, but I have a pretty good idea. And so do you. Saffron, Links Hinoki, Zed is much more powerful than we are. Alone, we have little or no chance of success. The only people who are strong enough to stop him are far from here. If the world is to be saved, I'm afraid we'll have to do it together. I can't promise we'll live through it, but we must try, and you must help us. But I'm frightened, whispers Saffron. Besides, the world has never done anything good for me. You can't blame the world for the misfortunes that life has dealt you, Links Hinoki. It owes you nothing. You've been given the precious gift of life, and that is all that anyone can ask. It is up to you what you make of your life. Don't waste it blaming others for your problems. If you want something, you must make it happen yourself. You can count on no one but yourself in the long run. If that's true, why should I help you? Saffron asks, confused. Because some things are more important than self. This is one of them. Well said, Mom. And also because we're your friends and we need you, you add. How come, Saffron says, looking ashamed. I have nothing to go back to. You're my only friends besides Grundon. What do you want me to do? I don't have much expertise with this end of the world stuff. Neither do I. We'll just have to take it one step at a time, you answer. You better put that cat of yours in your backpack or he'll just be in the way. Carefully, you scout the edge of the inferno. Taking a deep breath, you lead the way down the trail that snakes its way down the inside face of the cauldron in a snarl of sharp rocks. You see Saffron tremble as she clings to the rough rock. Your stomach heaves as you look down at the boiling mass below you, and words of comfort die on your lips. I'll scan ahead so you know what to expect, Links Hinoki, and with a rush of wings, he's gone. Fearfully, you enter his mind and watch as the path unfolds before his eyes. Hot currents buffet the small dragon, flinging him up and down, threatening to crush him against the wall. Slowly you progress, clutching Saffron's hand as though it were a lifeline. Foot by dangerous foot, you inch your way down the treacherous trail. As you descend, the heat slowly grows more intense. Finally, you're able to see the floor of the inferno all too clearly. Fear fills you as you realize that the red glow is molten lava, seething restlessly under a thin crust. As you watch, the surface heaves up and down as though swelled by a great tide. At long last, you reach the bottom of the trail. From close up, the vast sea of molten lava is even more terrifying than it was at a distance. Hissing and steaming constantly, it flings itself against the cliff like waves upon the shore. Your destination, the rock island you saw from above, is lost from sight in the rising steam of the inferno. Where do we go from here? Saffron asks in a small voice. I see rocks over to the left, Links Hinoki, and I see what could be a trail leading to the island. It looks dangerous, but I think you can do it. Through his eyes, you see the rocks, narrow and drenched with lava spray, stretching off into the distance. Morgan, I don't think I can do it. What if I slip? What if we fall? Saffron says. It's no good thinking about it, Saffron. It's not going to get any better. Clutching her hand in yours, you make your way down the final stretch. Despite the intense heat, you take your cloak out of your pack and put it on. Put yours on too, Saffron. If the spray hits you, the cloak might just protect you. Finally, reaching the bottom of the pit, you step gingerly out onto the first stone. It burns the soles of your feet, but you find that you can just keep moving. The heat is bearable, but only just. Just as you begin to feel that crossing the lava pool may be easier than you thought, Hinoki's voice bursts inside your mind. Look, there! Watch out! Morgan! Images flood your mind, and you're able to see through Hinoki's eyes as an enormous lava bubble swells above the surface, just a short distance from where you stand. Run! screams Hinoki as the bubble grows larger and larger. Pushing Saffron before you, you turn around and race back over the stepping stones. Reaching the edge of the pool, you fling yourself behind an outcrop of rocks, just as the now enormous bubble bursts, showering the nearby rocks with molten lava. Grundon, trapped inside Saffron's backpack, yowls in fear and claws frantically at the stiff material. "Do you really think we can do it?" asks Saffron, poking her finger through a charred hole in her cloak. "We've got to," you say. "Look, Morgan! Watch for a minute. There seems to be a pattern to the bubbling," says the little dragon. And through his steady gaze, you watch as another bubble grows larger and larger and bursts. You continue to watch as bubble after bubble swells and bursts. If we time our approach just right, we could probably get through, you murmur. And once more, you and Saffron edge your way out onto the frightening path. Crouching low, the bottoms of your feet growing hotter and hotter, you wait until the next bubble bursts, and then race across the rocks. Just as you reach the far end, Saffron slips and teeters back and forth, trying to catch her balance. You hesitate to touch her for fear of upsetting her balance completely, and you stop breathing until she regains her footing and stands firmly on the rock once again. Although her face is white and pale, she glares at you and says, "Don't just stand there, move!" Well, friends, we've reached that point in our quest where once again, you get to choose just where we go. We've got lava nipping at our heels, though, so please do choose wisely. There's still another wish in Uncle Zed's magic ring of wishes. Should we use it? Or, much as I hate it, we could use the spider climbing spell. Which will it be? Uncle Zed's magic ring of wishes or the spider climbing spell? You choose. Comment below or wait for the poll later this week in stories and let me know. Just where will our adventure go? The choice is yours.